The Young Turks brought to you by Carbonite Online Backup.
In the 26th District in New York, Kathy Hochul, the Democrat, has defeated Jane Corwin. And the result was 48-42, and Jack Davis, the Tea Party candidate, got 9%. Now, when this contest started a little while back, Corwin actually had a significant lead. We've told you before, the Republicans had a 30,000 person advantage in registration in that district. They've only lost that seat 3 times to the Democrats since the Civil War. And we had this dramatic change where then Hochul winds up winning by 6% when she was significantly down earlier. Why was that? And that was because of Medicare. By the way, Jack Davis, the Tea Party guy, was in the race the entire time. In fact, he was getting much higher percentages earlier. So it can't be just that there was a Tea Party guy in the race. Otherwise, Corwin would have been losing from the beginning, but she wasn't. She was winning in the beginning. And what it was Medicare, no question about it. Hochul hit her, and she hit her hard on the fact that Corwin says she would have supported the Paul Ryan plan. But at the very end of the week, she was in a panic because she's like, you know what? I think Hochul actually wants to cut Medicare. And in fact, did I say I support the Ryan plan? No, not so much. I love Medicare. I want to protect it, and I don't want to cut it in any way. So we had massive flip-flopping. We had panic. And in the end, what we suspected was going to happen happened. The Democrat won. Now, yesterday, as I told you about this, I made a prediction about what the Republicans would say about it as an excuse for why they lost the race, so that it didn't have anything to do with Medicare. Let's show you that prediction. Clip 7.
One of the videos today was about how if you go against this, you're not a Republican. How do you backpedal from that?
JR, you're right. And here, a fun Young Turks prediction. The way they excuse this and rationalize this, the Rush Limbaughs and the Sean Hannitys of the world, is that they will say, oh, no, this had nothing to do with Medicare. It's a Tea Party guy split the vote. But he wasn't really a Tea Party guy. He was actually a Democratic guy disguising himself as a Republican guy.
Oh, my
and
God.
It was Democratic dirty tricks that cost him this election. Now, you watch. Well, you're going to watch right now. That was yesterday. These are clips from today. Here's Paul Ryan making that exact excuse. Clip 8.
What's your response to the events and the attacks?
2 things I would say. First of all, when a Democrat runs as a third-party Tea Party candidate and spends a couple $1 million, it's going to have an effect.
Are you saying that the loss of this seat is because of the demagoguing of this issue and not exactly what you're proposing?
Actually, I would think, well, yes, but mostly I think when you have a Democrat run as a Tea Party and spend over $2 million, making it a 3-way race, that's going to hurt the Republican a lot.
Now, what was the 2 parts I told you yesterday? They would say, oh, it was a Tea Party guy, and number 2, that he's, in fact, a secret Democrat. Now, I had not heard that before the election, but I knew that was coming. And Paul Ryan's not alone. Let's go to clip number 9. This is John Feary. He is a GOP strategist.
The Republicans have to call out people who masquerade as Tea Party guys and then spend a couple $1 million in the primary and then are able to take 12% of the vote. I mean, you know, if Davis is not in the race, the Republicans win fairly handily.
Right. No, it wasn't Medicare. It wasn't Medicare at all. It was that guy, and he's not even Tea Party. He's a Democrat. I heard he once voted for a Democrat, and he once campaigned as a Democrat. No, it was him. It was him. It wasn't us. Medicare, our efforts to cut it is awesome. They're not alone. Here comes Pete Sessions. Man, they're amazing with their talking points. They must get him at, 5, 6 in the morning, and then they all rush out on TV and talk to the press and say the same exact thing. And as I showed you from yesterday, you can tell what's coming. Here's Pete Sessions. He's a Republican from Texas, congressman. Republican Jane Corwin ran a hard-fought campaign against 2 well-funded Democrats, including one masquerading under the Tea Party name. I think I've earned this one. Go ahead. You tell me what I told you. Okay. They've always got an excuse for everything. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I hope that they use that excuse. Don't learn anything from this. Yeah, try to run on the idea of cutting Medicare all across the country. See how that turns out for you. Yeah, no, it was a Tea Party guy, but he was actually a Democrat. You're totally right. Have at it, Hoss. The whole 2012 campaign you should run on, we cut Medicare, we're Republicans. Let's see how that turns out for you. By the way, there's one group that is not in favor of that strategy and that is in a panic. That's Karl Rove's American Crossroads. They said today, yeah, it doesn't appear 2012 is going to be like 2010. The Democrats are going to be a lot more competitive, and there's a lot to learn from this race in the 26th district. Well, we might not like Karl Rove, but he does know what he's talking about in politics often, and he does in this case. Let's hope the rest of the Republican Party does not listen to him.
Eventually, you're going to have a computer disaster, your computer is going to crash, and you're going to lose all your files. But with Carbonite Online Backup, you don't have to worry about any of that because it automatically saves your files off-site. You can access all of your backed up files from any computer remotely, or if you want, you can also access your files through an iPhone or BlackBerry with Carbonite's awesome free app. Carbonite costs just $55 a year for unlimited backup for your PC or Mac. Think about it, that's less than $5 a month. Get a free trial at Carbonite.com by using the promo code TYT, and you also get 2 months free if you decide to buy.